Welcome to the season of reawakening. Welcome to my Lent days. So here I'll be showing you a simple dishes as well as I'll be sharing a very beautiful stories which will help you also to reawaken during this Lent days. So let's revitalize our eyes with the recipe and our ears with the stories that I'll be sharing. So hear me speak and try my food. So, the first thing during the Lent, what we have to do is to be submissive. Now, submissive means to dedicate ourselves, to commit ourselves to God. So, here, when I say about submissive, I remember my friend Daniel, the great believer of God. He was so submissive that no matter what, if brings to him, he knew that God is there to take care of. He used to obey the father blindly. So, this happened because he was submissive. If he wouldn't have been submissive, this wouldn't have happened. Because when there were so many trials and tribulations that he had to face in the king's court, he still had the belief that God will take care of him. When he was put under the lion's den, and even when he had to bow down in front of the statue, he said that my God is great, my God will take care. You know, he became a great king and God took him to a different heights. Hence, in this Lent, be submissive. You may have many plans during the Lent, but if you are not submissive, you cannot follow it. Follow what you have decided, and what you decide should be according to God's grace. Next important thing is be righteous. And to tell about righteous, the best example I can give you is about Abraham. Abraham was a very righteous person and he was called as a friend of God. To be called as a friend of God, you need something in you, right? So Abraham had that in him. That is why he was called as a friend of God. He was surrounded by sinners during his time. Still, he was so close to God, he used to do only what is right and he used to do only what God has told him to do. And this made him righteous. Even in your life, be righteous. There will be many temptations and tribulations, but if you are righteous, God will definitely take care of you. Just like how he was with Abraham. The next important thing that you have to build up during this Lent day is to build up your trust in God. Remember, there is always a light in the end of the tunnel, and it's not a joke. There is a light, and that light can be brightened only through trust. If you ask me what is the biggest problem around, I'll say I am the biggest problem because my trust towards God is not complete. If you completely trust Him, our problems is not a problem for us. It's just another chapter of a life. If you feel during the Lent days fasting is too much, just keep going. Don't look back. You will find the light. And here I have to give you an example of Ruth and Naomi. Ruth was the daughter in law, and Naomi was her mother in law. And the trust that they both had was so strong that when Ruth's husband died, and when Naomi told her to go back to her parents, she blindly trusted that her mother in law can take care of her. And without a second thought, she went with her mother in law. And this led to her great life. Another important thing in this Lent we have to build up is gratitude. Now, gratitude not only towards God but also to our fellow beings. Here, I have to share about the story of David, who is like a mentor for me. You know why? Because even in his lowest point of life, he found happiness in repenting his sins and praising God. Even though he was a king, he never felt ashamed to dance through the street to praise God. You know why this happened? Because he has gratitude towards him. Even when he is a king, he knew that where my roots are from. And if you check his history, he has never lost a battle. And this happened because he was grateful to God. And God knew that no matter what, even if he is a king, he is a submissive person. And only if you are a submissive person, you can build the gratitude within you. Always have gratitude towards God, your parents, your friends, and in fact, even to your enemies, because your enemies are the one that made you realize where you lack in your life. Pray to God for them. God will definitely take care of your life. And lead a life with gratitude. Even if you are a millionaire, even if you are a king, without gratitude, you cannot lead a life. So, lead a life full of gratitude. Be the rock. Be the rock in which you can build a temple for God. And to become a rock, you have to be the change. And to bring the change, you have to be loyal in every situation that life puts you in. So, here I have to give you an example about Peter. You know, Peter is not only an apostle of Jesus, but he was a great friend. He was a great dependent. You know why? He was loyal, and he was a promised rock in which the church will be built. Even in distress, doubt, trouble, and even during his hardest time, he never gave up. He kept searching different ways to change himself. And that's why God has always been kind to him. Be the Peter, be the change, and become the rock that helps others also to change. So, in this video, I have shared beautiful 5 stories with you, which has a moral value built in it. And I hope that you would accept these moral values even in your life too. So, with the 5 stories, I have also shared 5 recipes with you, which is easy, quick, and simple to make during this Lent. I hope you have a happy and a peaceful Lent. If you like the video, do put a like and share it with your friends. And if you are new to the channel, do subscribe and comment. Thank you. Meet you in the next vlog.